Okay, I have Movie Maker open, and I was going to do a lot more with showing you how to load and everything, but that would just take too long. So I think what I'm going to do, since I have it loaded and I have titles and I've sped up the film here, and I didn't add any music, but I've got a little tile in the middle here, and then over here I did some voiceover and then added the credits. I thought I would just show you how I did some of that by showing you different things on the ribbon. So when you're in the home ribbon, this is where you're going to add your video or photos. Once you get them added, you can go into the video tools, which would be the edit, and video tools should pop up. And that's where you can sort of drag this bar along so you can see what you're doing, and you can decide, oh, this is where I would want to cut this film because maybe I don't want this clip right here, or maybe I want to put a still in here or something like that, and you would just hit on the split button and it would split it in two. Or you can do the trim button if you've got a section here where maybe in the beginning you had somebody say, okay, action, and at the end you had somebody say cut. You could trim it, so you would hit the trim bar, you would put start time and end time. So you could, by moving this, you could look here and have your start time or your end time. I can do it and undo it. So set start time here, and then I would drag it and end point, and it moved it away, but now I'm going to undo it twice, otherwise my movie will be goofy. Okay, so those are the things you can do in there. And then here, this little clip, because it was just me putting on my shoes and I didn't think people wanted to watch 4 minutes of that. So what I did is I highlighted this section. You can see this changed to a 4. I sped this up 4 times. But of course, since I sped up the film, it also sped up the voice, so I sounded like a chipmunk. So I went to this volume, video volume, and in this clip, which is nice about the new Movie Maker, is I was able to get rid of the volume just in that clip. And if I wanted, I could probably go back and add some fun music to that. Then I added my then I did the rest. I just kind of checked to make sure that I had everything where I wanted. Then this was the end of my clip, and I wanted to put in a new title. So let me back up. Those were the only things that I did during the video. Besides, then I added transitions, and I added transitions by going into animation, and these are the transitions. You can see when you hold your mouse over the different transitions, it shows you what it looked like. Okay, I added my transitions where I wanted transitions. Then I went back to the home button, and that's where I added my title. I added a title here, I added a title here, and my credits. I could add captions on the different film clips if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. Then, oh, I forget I'm on webcam as I'm scratching my nose. Then what I did here is, this is a different clip, and this is next week. I hit this record narration, and I was able to record over what I had said. So when all is said and done, I won't show you the whole thing. I'll stop and fast forward sections. We've got the title, which is we're watching right here.
This is how to take 2 not very well trained dogs for a walk.
Okay.
First,
so I'm going to grab this and go to the next. I'm going to pause it and drag this to the next clip so you can see the next clip. Okay, you can see that it's sped up, but you don't hear me going. Sorry, Katie. All right, then the next clip. Pause. Then so you can see my transitions. Transitioned in.
Next, we get the leashes.
All right, so this is just me putting on the leashes. And every time I do that, my dogs are laying here. Their heads peek up. They're like, what? We're going for another walk? All right, then, so we can see another transition. Okay, so I did that voiceover by using this record narration, and the microphone that I used was my webcam. All right, so that's some of the basic things that we can do. And the other nice thing about Movie Maker in Windows 7 is I can click on this button and upload it right to YouTube. I'm going to use their recommendations. I have to sign in, and I'm going to pause this because I have to pull up my spreadsheet of passwords. So I'm just going to pause. Okay. Oh, it wants me to sign in my Microsoft account. Dang it. All right. Okay, now I can sign into my YouTube account. I've got various YouTube accounts. I'm just going to go into my personal one since, let's see, gmail.com. Sign in. And now I can do all the things I would normally do. Taking the dogs, let's capitalize it since it's a title. Walking Stella and Bessie. Description. How to walk my dogs. I can put tags in if I want. Select the category. I'm going to put it pets and animals, even though it's really education, public. All fields need to be. All fields cannot contain. Okay, nothing does. Why will you not let me publish? Okay, it does require me to put in a tag. So I'll put in dogs and walk. And then I'm going to hit publish. And I'll pause it so you don't have to wait for it to upload. Okay, by loading it this way, you can see that it has now been loaded to YouTube, and we can either watch it online, blah, blah, blah. Okay, if you don't want to load it to YouTube that way, you can also just go ahead and save the movie the old way. Save movie, and it should give you options. Let me try that again. Save movie. Save movie for computer to burn. Here's all your different options. I typically have students just save it to their computer. And so I name it Stella and Bessie and save. And again, it would take a really long time. So that's your basics of the new Movie Maker. It is a little confusing. It caught me off guard, and there's a lot of things that I haven't even tried to use yet. But I like it. I like it. I like the fact that you can do all the sharing once you're logged in. And this is going to be the same when you log in at school. I think it's going to be the same as your SkyDrive because that's Microsoft, and this asked me for my Microsoft ID, so it should be pretty slick. Otherwise, this way you can save it, and I will show you how to upload things to YouTube.